So summer is just around the corner, and you want to feel more confident and look your best when you're at the beach. That's the exact situation I'm in, and I have a structured 5-week plan to make a significant visual and measurable difference in how I look. Today, I'll break down my strategy that uses a caloric deficit and exercise to teach you how you can apply the principles I'm using to see real results this summer without some crazy get shredded in 30 days hack. Hi, I'm Ryan, a high school senior documenting my journey through fitness and discipline. Let's get to it. The main method I'm going to use to get leaner and reveal my hard work at the gym is a caloric deficit. Basically, I'm burning more calories than I'm consuming. There are other methods, such as portion control, which make it so you don't have to track calories. But a caloric deficit is often the most consistent and reliable method for weight loss. To lose weight using a caloric deficit, you must know how much you burn. I've been tracking calories pretty consistently for the past couple months, so I know I burn 2,250 calories each day. For you to know how much calories you burn each day, I recommend using a TDEE calculator. All you have to do for that is input your weight, your height, and your activity level to get an estimate for how much you burn each day. Once you have that number, just subtract 300 to 500 calories from that number to get the amount of calories you should eat each day to consistently lose weight. I want to lose 1 pound of fat per week, so I'm going to be eating at a 500 calorie deficit. If you are going to put yourself in a caloric deficit, you need to make sure to weight lift, because if you want to keep all that precious muscle, you are going to have to signal to your body that you actually want to keep it. I'm going to now list out some other variables that I'm going to use throughout my cut this summer. You do not need to obsess over this. If you're eating 300 or more calories less than the estimate you got from the TDEE calculator, you will lose weight. Now, I know I'm going to burn less calories throughout the day when I'm in a caloric deficit because of something called NEAT. This is basically fidgeting or any movement you do that you are not aware of. Because of this, I'm going to burn more like 2,100 calories per day instead of 2,250. Because of this, I would have to eat at 1,600 calories per day to lose 1 pound a week. Now, this is a very low amount of calories for most people, so I'm going to increase the amount of exercise I do to protect my deficit. So on days I don't weight lift, I'm going to do 45-minute cardio sessions at zone 2. This is 115 to 130 beats per minute as your heart rate. On days I do weight lift, which is 4 times a week, I'm going to do 20-minute cardio sessions after I weight lift. I'm going to also aim for 12 to 14,000 steps a day instead of the usual 8,000 I do. This will make it so I burn 2,300 calories per day, meaning that I would have to eat at 1,800 calories to lose 1 pound a week, which is significantly better. If I only hit around 8K steps one day, then I will eat at 1,700 calories instead. So this is how you can implement the principles that I talked about to you. Now, if you want to increase the amount of calories you burn, you can increase the amount of exercise you do, but don't go overboard. I recommend by only increasing the amount of cardio you do by around 20 minutes per day. Don't do more than that. Like I stated earlier, you should weight lift. I recommend doing 3 to 4 weightlifting sessions per week. If you don't really know where to start, just search up Beginner's Gym Guide on YouTube. I plan to talk more about weightlifting and how to start in the future, but I do not have many videos out yet. So definitely look up other YouTube channels and they're going to have really good stuff. Now, while I'm doing a 500 calorie deficit, if you are a beginner and haven't touched a dumbbell in your life, then I definitely recommend only doing 250. This will allow you to build muscle while losing fat, which is very, very optimal. Now, if you've been weightlifting for over a year, then I recommend a bit of a harsher deficit, like 400 or 500 per week. Now, just because you put yourself in a caloric deficit doesn't mean it's going to be easy. So here are tips on how to manage it. So first, you should be using a tracking app. I recommend using Nutrition IX Track as a free calorie tracking app. If you want a more premium feeling calorie tracking app that does cost a little bit of money, then I recommend MacroFactor because it could estimate how many calories you actually burn. You need to focus on protein when you caloric deficit. Basically, 1 gram a pound per pound of body weight. This is just going to be a really solid amount of protein to have. If you don't really want to obsess about that, then just make sure the amount of protein you eat each meal is the size of your fist. By the way, a protein is like chicken, beef, fish, or tofu. You also should be eating carbohydrates, but make sure that they are whole grain and have fiber. So brown rice, whole wheat bread or pasta, and potatoes. You also need to make sure to have your healthy fats, so nuts, avocado, and eggs. And 25% of your calories should be from fat. For me, that would be 450 calories just from fat. You also need to make sure to eat lots of veggies to keep you full. Spinach or salad mix is very low in calories but provides lots of volume. And also fruit is really good too. It tastes really yummy and is low in calories. I recommend to avoid liquid calories when you're in a deficit. So basically, this is mainly sugary sodas. Just you shouldn't have them. It's just not worth it. And then, make sure not to have too much salad dressing or use too much oil in your cooking. I recommend using spray oil when cooking because it allows you to eat a lot less calories but still enjoy the flavor you get from oil. Now, if you want to have sodas, then you're in luck because you can have diet sodas, which are 0 in calories, and the carbonation can make you feel a bit full. So I heavily recommend using those in deficit. Now, I'm going to try something called intermittent fasting. Basically, I'm not going to eat until noon. And so because of this, the times I do get to eat, I get to eat a bit more food and just enjoy my food more. So those were all the tips I have to give about how to create and maintain a caloric deficit. But here are some more additional tips I have. Now, if you feel like you have a good amount of weight to lose, then I'm just here to let you know that you have a few months still, because August and September are commonly the most warmest months of the summer. Now, if you feel like a few months is still not enough, still start now, because if you have over a year to change your physique, you can have huge results. So no matter what, just start now. I hope all the information I provided will help you in your health and fitness goals this summer. I'll keep you posted on my progress these upcoming weeks, so tune in to see how I can get lean for the summer. Have a good day.